Hi there folks, today we're taking a look at the game called Guilds. It's published by Giochi Uniti and the designer is Giove. And this game is about guilds. It's medieval times. You go to the marketplace and you want to attract people to your guild and you want to become most prestigious, most rich guild out there. But there can be some tricks, there can be some shady stuff as well. Anyway, guilds, let's take a look at how it works. So guilds is played over the course of several rounds, which are called weeks here. And just want to say that this is not a 100% accurate setup right here. I just want to show you how the game works and not really teach you the rules of that game. So, but here we have some room tiles. We have our guild right here where we will put those room tiles. We have cards, characters, and then we have the central board, which is for bidding. And the main thing in this game for me is auction and bidding. And of course the first phase is more like a setup phase, what you do, but the second phase is the auction bidding. Now, during the auction and bidding, what you're going to do here? So, you want to get those cards, characters. In order to do that, you will bid on those. On your turn, you must bid, or you can bid, or you can pass. But when you bid, you have to bid on two different characters. And you have those tents right here. So if I'm the red color, I'm gonna bid on my tent. So at the beginning, each one of us will have 10 gold based on our initial tile right here. So the income is 10, but the income might be higher in later turns. So let's say I wanna bid on this and that character. So I'll put a few coins here, let's say 3 coins here, maybe 2 coins here. I can put 1 and 1, I can put as many as I want. But, so, then the next player bids, and he can also pass or bid, and when he bids, he must bid on 2 different characters. And what he can do is he can bid on the other characters right there, or he can outbid me. If I have 3 here, he must put here at least 4 coins. The auction is really easy here, so whenever you want to, you can outbid and so on. So, but eventually, let's say just there is some kind of a situation right here, maybe this one right here, and like that, whatever. So let's say it's my turn again. When the turn comes up to me back, there is a third option I can do except bidding or passing. The third option is to take the card. If I'm currently the highest bidder on any of those places right here, tents or whatever, I can claim the card. So right now, the blue has 2, I have 3 coins, I'm the highest bidder here, I can claim that card. Here, I'm alone, so I can claim that card. It's really easy, I just discard the coins, and I will claim the card, put it in front of me, and this will be my character. It will give me some special abilities, some income, it will give me icons, which are basically guild member stuff, which you might need for some scoring. It give me plus points or minus points. Here it's minus points, but it will give me a gold coin in income. And I'm going to show you all the different characters right here very soon. But this is how it goes, and this auction and bidding round ends when all the cards have gone, or everyone has passed consecutively. So, and that's how you do basically the auction. Later on, let's say people have gotten all those cards, whatever. Later on, the next phase will be the money phase. What the money phase means. So, why you don't want to bid too much on that stuff right here is that you need money in order to convert it to gold. So, basically these are the silver coins, and the gold coins are a different resource, I would say. So, in order to convert, you need to have 5 silver coins in order to convert them into 1 gold coin. Why do you need gold coins? You need gold coins to get the tiles. The tiles can be purchased only with gold. And the other thing is, at the end of the round, the whole round, all your silver will be discarded. You cannot keep silver, but you can always keep gold coins. And that's how it basically goes. So the first phase, you convert as many silver coins as you want for the gold coins, and then you will get in the phase 4 where you can build, and if you have some gold coins, you can spend them in order to build those tiles, and you do that in turns as well. So for example, this tile right here, it's an empty room. It will give you 2 points at the end of the game, and it costs 2 gold coins to build. And when you take a tile, let's say I'm going to take this tile, you must place it correctly, so the doors must connect to the doors, but the outer walls right here can be like windows, so this is a correct placement, this is incorrect placement, so you kind of have to connect stuff. Also, you might, let's say I'm going to build this stuff right here for now, because it must touch a tile previously placed. I build right now, there is no connection to my main hall. So that means that this tile is inactive. So every tile that you put here should be connected to your main hall. Then the tile will be active. It might give you benefits. It will give you points at the end of the game and so on. But if it's not connected, it will give you nothing. It's just a placed tile, cardboard tile right there, doing nothing for you. So, and as I told you at the end of the round, everything that's still left in silver is discarded. Of course, first you're gonna see who is the first player. The first player will be with the most silver coins left, and then you will discard those. And then we proceed to a new round, and the first phase, which I skipped at the beginning, is the income phase, where you will look at all the incomes you have. So you have some income here, you might have some income on tiles, but usually tiles give you some points. The extra income comes from the characters right here. So I just briefly told you how the game works. And let me show you the different tiles. For example, some tiles, this costs 3 gold, but this tile will give you point for each, what is it, the craftsman guild member. So these are, for example, these people right here. For each of those symbols that you can find in your guilds, on characters or on tiles as well sometimes. Because as you can see here, for example, this is the garden. It shows that this is a garden, and it gives you a guild symbol as well, so you can get some extra points, and whoever has the most points is the winner of the game. So it's really easy. But let's say there are more of those big tiles. For example, this one is also very similar, gives you points for a red for warriors. This one gives you 5 points. It costs 4 gold, which is a lot. I mean, 4 gold is 20 silver. Your income is usually 10 silver, it might be more. We got up to 19 in our game, I think. So, and all those different tiles and all those beautiful artwork, some empty tiles, some torturing rooms. And they all give you some kind of points and give you some symbols, but usually those symbols might not work. It depends on the objectives. I'm going to talk about objectives briefly. And there are a ton of different characters, and they're all different. So, for example, and some of them have just an income, some of them have just an icon, some of them have points. I'm going to show you. Some of them can have an ability. For example, your guild cannot be target of a rob effect, and the other characters in your guild cannot be target of a kill effect. And this is guards, it's human. So for example, this one gives you a silver coin in income at the beginning of each round, and it will give you, at the end of the game, this character is worth 1 victory point for every 2 warriors in your guild, for every 2 people with this symbol. Or some tiles can give you the warrior symbol as well. So this is Smith, or this will give you minus point, but it has a really cool ability. Once per round you can use it. You pay 4 silver coins to kill 1 animal character in any guild. Or this is the prince. He's worth only 2, not only, but he's worth 2 points, and the points aren't that big here. I mean, 2 points is already something. And it will give you additional point if princess is in your guild as well. Or the gambler, he will give you, at the end of the game, he will give you some extra points based on whatever, but he can give you minus points as well. So this is a crown of misfortune. When you buy it, you give it to another player. That player has minus 2 points, and this symbol means that this is an animal. Or a ninja, you sacrifice ninja, you put away the card, but you killed 1 character in another guild, and it gives you an income. As you can see, the cool art and very many special abilities as such. So I'm not going to show you every possible card right here, but these are different characters that you acquire. They give you special abilities. They might give you something else, some income, some guild symbols, and finally there are objective tiles, objective cards. Based on the number of players, there will be a certain amount of objective cards which everyone can achieve, and they will be displayed at the center of the table. For example, whoever has the most of that symbol in the guild, or that symbol, or of all the guild members, but there are some others. I think it dwarves, the most dwarves in your guilds, then the most gardens in your guilds, then whoever has the biggest income in characters, from characters and animals and gold coins, whoever has the most characters. So there will be a certain amount of those put out in the center, and this will be the central kind of objectives that you can achieve. So this is basically how the game works. And let's just go to final thoughts. So the first thing I want to mention is that what brought me to this game is the artwork. The theme is kind of boring, and it is boring. Anyway, the kind of fantasy, medieval, whatever, but the art is amazing. The art on the box is just so cool. The art on those different tiles is really, really cool as well. I like how it's illustrated overly. All the cards are different. They have different art, and that's really, really cool. So it's a good quality, except now everything is fine quality. The tiles are good quality. The cards are fine quality. The only concern I have, first of all, there's that tiny token for round, which is a little bit too tiny. Might have been bigger. You can lose it really quickly, and you forget to turn it around and such. So the other problem I have is that you can see this is a taped box, because this box is just so thin, and I have problems with that, and I will point it out. The components need to be a good quality nowadays, because there are so many games and the quality has been higher overall. So I am asking for publishers to be more strict with the component quality. It will add maybe 2 or maybe 5 euros to the overall MSRP, whatever, just make the components better so the games will last longer. These components are fine. The box is so thin that it got destroyed while it was traveling. So this is a really bad sign for that box. It's extremely thin. Anyway, let's go away from the components and let's go to the gameplay itself. So the gameplay says 2 to 4, and I've played, let me see, I played 4-player game, I think. Yes. No, 3-player game, 4-player game, 2-player game. I haven't played 2-player. No, I haven't played 2-player game. Yeah, but anyway, I think I haven't played 2-player game, but I think it scales well. Although there's that auction mechanism, and I think auction is better with more players. But I can see that game being good with 2 players as well, because eventually you auction, you get those cards, and basically you want to maximize your tableau of cards and maximize your guild points, and kind of have this kind of a Euro game, solitaire multiplayer Euro game within it. Although there's quite a lot of interaction, and don't get me wrong, this is not a solitaire multiplayer game. And if we now go into that interaction, so first of all, some cards take that element, so beware of that. Your guild members can be killed or sacrificed or whatever, discarded. Sometimes you will get negative points. So some cards that you take will give you negative points at the end of the game, but will give you benefits throughout the game. So, but what I think about the game overall, so I like what it is like. So I like the auction mechanism right there, where you bid for the cards, and this is the most tense moment in the game for me. This is basically the whatever 70-80% of game. This is that auction, because the cards and card abilities is really cool. Some of them give you some extra income. They give you appropriate symbols. They give you special abilities that let you manipulate and let you get something extra. They give you points at the end of the game, and quite a few points. So, and of course, at the beginning, you always want to get the cards with more income, because each time you have, at the end of the round, you have to discard your silver. That means you want to have more silver than the others at the beginning, so you can bid more and thus leave more silver coins in order to convert them into gold. But then you will get the ability that lets you convert 3 silver into 1 gold instead of 5 silver. So yeah, I like the variability of all the cards, all the abilities, and how they interact with each other. So if you get the animal tamer, then you start collecting animal cards more or something like that. If you have a prince, you're trying to get the princess, but it might not come up. So there is some little bit of that luck of the draw, kinda. I mean, when you put the cards out, and also there is luck of the draw in the tiles when you put the tiles out. But the central mechanism is auction bidding for me and the cards. And then we go to the construction part, which is also cool. You kind of construct your guild and it looks really nice, but it's not as exciting. Yeah, I mean, it gives you points and it's beneficial and it's important in the game to construct your guild so you can get more points and whatever, so you can spend your gold on something. Yeah, basically convert gold into rooms, but it's not as exciting as the cards, and maybe that's a small problem for me. Maybe I would love to have more of that involved construction. I don't know, maybe something, I don't know what, but maybe something extra, a spice to that construction phase of the game, where the tiles give you maybe a special ability as well or something like that. Right now they give you some symbols, they give you points at the end of the game, and that's it. I wanted the tiles to be more exciting. That's my problem with the game right here, but it's not a biggest problem. Now when we go to the overall, like one thing I like, yeah, first of all, I like how you need to spend silver in order to get gold. So the gold is not just 5 money. Gold is a separate resource and you need gold in order to construct. But at some point also, I want to kind of be competitive and bid enough, but on the other hand, if I will not spend money, I will convert it into gold and trying to get rooms. I would have loved to get more ways to get gold, you know, and kind of the construction, and that's, we go back to construction, the construction being not so limited, because getting gold is not as easy as you might think. It's more difficult because you want to bid on the cards as well, because you want to get some special abilities or you want to get some defensive skills there against the other player cards, and you want to get some extra income on those cards, and then eventually you spend all your silver to bidding and then you have nothing left for conversion into gold, or you will not spend and then you convert to gold, but then you kind of didn't get any cards. So this is the thing. That maybe I would have wanted to have more possibilities to get extra, except, okay, there are some characters that will give you gold income, but they might not come up, or they will come up later in the game, which is not beneficial anymore to buy them. So that's that. I would have wanted to have more gold eventually and have more construction possibilities and easier construction here, but maybe there would be some balance issues on that one. And when we go back to the auction, and I'm talking a lot about this game because I like this game, I have some problems with it. Like I told you, there is the part that is exciting, the part that is not exciting. But what I like about the auction as well is that when you bid, you have to bid on 2 different places. You cannot just place one bid and that's it. You have to bid on 2 spaces. You cannot, you pass. Or if you are the highest bidder, you can take the card instead. And with 3 players, when you play, you have only 3 spots, but you have 2 cards in each spot. Which means that if you're the highest bidder in one spot, and there is the second bidder as well who has the lower bid, if you take one of the cards and take away your bid, basically discard your bid, then that other player becomes the highest bidder, which is really cool. I like that neat idea. I like playing this game with 3 players as well. So, overall, I do like this game, but I would have wanted to have more spice to it. Something extra in the construction that would have made me feel like this is amazing. I'm constructing my guild. For now, I'm just placing room tiles and scoring some points. They have beautiful art, but not that much theme into them. The cards are amazing. The tiles should have been the same amazing. So anyway, this game barely misses the bronze Würfel medal, and I'm sorry for that, but it's just because there's only the part that excites me and the other part that doesn't excite me. But I would still recommend trying this game. It might be exciting for you. This construction is not exciting for me because I love constructing in games and I'm very strict with that. But you might like it even more, and it's a neat game. So definitely a recommendation, and it lasts about 90 minutes, but it's a good weight game, and so I think playing for 90 minutes is totally fine. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we see you another time. Bye. This channel is sponsored by Osprey Games. Check them out at ospreypublishing.com.